Now let's talk about a concept that is going to become so familiar to you that you'll probably be dreaming about it, and that is neurotransmitters. Our awareness about neurotransmitters is expanding immensely. There used to be a very simplistic view and a very limited view of the number of neurotransmitters. However, in today's world, they think that there are hundreds to maybe thousands of different neurotransmitters waiting yet to be discovered. When we talk about neurotransmitters, we'll talk about them in uh, three different categories. They are the catecholamine or adrenergic receptors, the acetylcholine receptors, which are broken down into muscarinic and nicotinic receptors, and then the amino acid neurotransmitters, glutamate and gamma. Now, norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin, with their abbreviations after them. Learn those abbreviations because we're going to be using them throughout the entire course and for the rest of your lives as psychiatric nurse practitioners, mental health nurse practitioners. I'll put a spreadsheet up or a table up that has these neurotransmitters. It's important to know where they are synthesized in the brain, and it's important to know what some of their major functions and what happens if there is a malfunction of this neurotransmitter in the synapses. Um, the other one is acetylcholine, and acetylcholine, as I said, has muscarinic or nicotinic receptors. That may not mean much to us right now, but it will as we go along. And finally, very important, the amino acid neurotransmitters, glutamate, which is produced by the pyramidal cells and is the most prevalent neurotransmitter in the brain. It is the excitatory neurotransmitter of the brain that gets everything going. And its correlate is GABA, which is gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA. It is synthesized actually from glutamate. It's a derivative somehow chemically. And it is the one that slows things down. It is the inhibitory. So glutamate is the excitatory, and I imagine it as putting on the gas pedal, putting the pedal to the metal, and GABA might be looked upon as putting on the brake. So again, I invite you to look at the link below. And one other neurotransmitter that's coming more into play that we don't talk about too much in this class are the peptide neurotransmitters, especially substance P, which is involved a lot in pain transmission. So let's move on to the next slide.